Okay, get this. So we're going deep today on AI. And wait for it, it can actually, like, swap faces. Yeah, you heard that right. It's not some sci-fi movie thing. This tech is real, and
Yeah.
it's everywhere, like in those crazy blockbuster films. And even those hilarious memes that pop up in your feed. Welcome to this deep dive.
Welcome, everyone. Before we jump in, just a quick heads up on where we're pulling all this cool info from. We've gathered it all from public sources out there, and while we try our best to be accurate, remember, we're not fact-checking these sources ourselves. So the stuff we talk about today is from those original places, and the opinions you hear are those of the original authors, not us. It's all meant for your entertainment and info, so please don't go taking it as professional advice.
Totally. So face swapping. It sounds kind of crazy when you just say it like that. Can you break it down for us? Like, what's really going on here?
Yeah, sure. Basically, it uses AI to, kind of take one person's face from a picture or a video and put it onto someone else. It's all about making it look seamless, and that's where the really cool tech comes in. Things like deep learning and computer vision, all working behind the scenes. And I'm sure you've seen it, right? It's the magic that makes characters transform in movies, or how advertisers try to hook us with those crazy visuals. And the really wild part is now anyone can get in on the action with all the AI tools out there.
It's crazy how far this tech has come. Remember those early face swap attempts? Hilarious, but definitely not convincing. What's changed? How'd it get so good?
It's the AI, honestly. Specifically the way we're using deep learning now. We're basically training these AI systems on tons of images of faces. Like, imagine feeding an AI a library full of faces, learns the nuances, the little things that make a face unique. It's not just cutting and pasting anymore.
So yeah, it's not just slapping one face onto another body like we used to see. It's way more sophisticated.
Yeah.
What are the big breakthroughs? What makes this all work?
Well, neural networks are the key. Think of them like these super-powered pattern recognition machines. The most important ones here are convolutional neural networks, CNNs for short. They look at an image and pinpoint the important stuff, like the shape of your eyes, how your lips curve, the jawline, all of it. And then there are GANs, generative adversarial networks. That's where it gets really wild. Picture two AI systems battling it out. One tries to make a fake face and the other tries to catch it. This back and forth actually makes the fake faces get better and better over time, leading to those super realistic swaps.
So basically AI versus AI to make the fakes more believable. I mean, it's pretty mind-blowing. So it's not just recognizing a face, right? It's like understanding all the little details that make a face.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that make these swaps look so real?
One thing is that the tech can actually maintain facial expressions, which is huge. If the original person is smiling, the swapped face will probably smile too, and it'll look natural. And it can adapt to the lighting in the new picture or video, so the skin tones and everything look right. It's all those little details that make it convincing. And the best part is, you can use it for just about anything. A single selfie or a huge movie scene, the tech can handle it.
That's impressive. I bet some of our listeners are itching to try this out.
Yeah.
What's step one? How do you even get started with face swapping?
First things first, you need the right tools. You've got options, from super professional software like Adobe After Effects that one gives you tons of control but can be tricky. Then there are easy-to-use apps like FaceApp that do the job quickly on your phone. It all depends on what you're going for and how tech-savvy you are. A quick search for top face swap tools will give you a good starting point.
So choose your weapon. But can you just use any old blurry picture? Or is there
Right.
a bit more to it?
If you want a good swap, you gotta prep your images. Make sure both faces have decent lighting and are clear, no obstructions. High-res images are your best bet. The more detail the AI gets, the better the results will be. It's like giving the AI a blueprint so it can work its magic.
Good lighting. High-res check. Okay, so you've got your pictures. Now what? How do you actually swap them?
This part's usually super straightforward. You upload your photos or video into the tool, then tell it which faces to swap. Most of these tools are designed for everyone, so you just click or tap to select the faces. Sometimes it even does it automatically.
Easy enough. But I'm sure we've all seen those face swaps that look, well, a
Hmm?
little off. Is there a way to fix that and make things look more natural?
Oh, for sure. That's where the fine-tuning comes in. Most tools let you adjust how the faces line up, making sure things like the eyes, nose, and mouth are all in the right spot. And you can also play with the blending, which is how the edges of the face mix with the background. Some even have sliders to control the intensity of the swap.
So it's not always just point and click. Sometimes you got to get in there and tweak things. What happens when you're finally happy with how it looks?
Before you call it a day, take a Good look at the result. Make sure there are no weird edges, colors look right, lighting is consistent. If anything looks off, most tools have extra editing options to smooth things out. Those little touches make a big difference.
And then the grand finale.
Yep. Export it in the format you need, JPEG for social media, MP4 for video, whatever works. Just make sure it's compatible with where you plan to use it.
You mentioned useful formulas and tips going on behind the scenes. That sounds interesting. Tell us more.
Okay, so basically the algorithms use something called facial feature mapping. Think of it like the AI is putting dots on both faces, corners of the eyes, tip of the nose, edges of the lips. Then it analyzes how those dots relate to each other on the original face and tries to copy that onto the new face. That's how it gets the proportions and alignment so accurate. And to make everything blend nicely, it uses blending techniques. Basically, it adjusts the colors and textures around the swapped face to match the background, like a digital makeup artist making everything smooth.
Great analogy. It's like the AI understands how the face should fit into the new picture. So where are we actually seeing this tech in real life? Give us some examples.
Oh, it's everywhere these days. In movies and TV, it's used to transform characters seamlessly. Think about scenes where an actor needs to look younger or play a different character briefly. It's all thanks to face swap technology. If you want to see some mind-blowing examples, look up AI video production online.
Those de-aging effects are pretty incredible. What about outside of entertainment?
In marketing and advertising, it's changing the game. Imagine personalized ads where the faces are subtly changed to resonate with different people. It's also used to test different facial expressions to see which ones get the best response. It's all about making ads more targeted and engaging.
So it's not just for fun, it has practical uses too.
Exactly. And then there's the whole social media world, those fun filters on Snapchat and Instagram that let you swap faces with a friend or transform into different characters. That's all face swap technology, and it's a big reason why those apps are so popular.
Yeah, those filters are addictive. I've definitely wasted some time on those. Any other surprising areas where it's being used?
Gaming is another one. Some games let you put your own face onto your in-game character, which makes it way more immersive. If you're into live streaming, you might want to look into streaming avatars. It's how people are using face swap tech to create cool online personas.
Interesting. So it really is creeping into so many parts of our lives. Let's talk a bit more about the technical side, but let's keep it simple. What are the key concepts that make this all possible?
Well, we've already talked about neural networks and deep learning, but it's worth mentioning again that CNNs are the real brains of the operation. Their ability to analyze tons of visual data and see patterns is what makes these sophisticated swaps possible. And then you've got image processing and computer vision. Those are the techniques that allow the software to see and understand the different parts of a face, the shape of the eyes, the texture of the skin, and all that, and make sure everything is transferred correctly during the swap.
So the AI is basically reading faces.
Hmm.
And what about those GANs we talked about? How do they make the swaps look so real?
GNs are all about constantly improving the results. The generator network is trying to create the best fake face it can, while the discriminator network is like a critic, constantly judging and trying to spot the fake. This back and forth pushes the generator to get better and better, leading to those incredibly lifelike swaps.
It's like an AI arms race for realism. What else is important for making believable face swaps?
Data, data, data. AI needs tons of examples to learn from. We're talking huge data sets of facial images with different expressions, lighting, angles, the more the better. The more the AI learns, the better it understands how faces work, and the more realistic its swaps become.
So it's like giving the AI a crash course in faces.
Mm.
Anything else on the technical side we should know about?
Speed is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Think about those real-time filters on social media. The processing needs to happen instantly, which requires super efficient algorithms and powerful hardware. Nobody wants a laggy filter.
Totally. Okay, let's talk numbers. What do the stats tell us about where face swap technology is headed?
The numbers paint a pretty clear picture. This is a growing market. In 2022, the global market was around $1.5 billion, and it's projected to grow at about 20% each year between now and 2028.
Wow, 20% every year is huge.
Hmm.
What does that tell us about the industry?
It means the demand for face swap applications is growing fast across entertainment, advertising, social media, you name it. This means big opportunities for those involved in content creation and digital tech.
Good to know if you're thinking about a career change. What about how people actually use it every day?
User engagement is through the roof.
Mhm.
In 2023, over 200 million people worldwide used face swap apps, spending an average of 10 minutes per session.
10 minutes doesn't sound like much. But with 200 million people, that's a lot of swapping. What does that kind of engagement mean?
It means people love this stuff. It's fun and engaging, which makes it super valuable for content creators, marketers, anyone trying to connect with an audience.
Definitely grabs attention. Where are people sharing all this face swap content?
Social media is king. Around 85% of it ends up on Instagram, TikTok, places like that. It just shows how viral and appealing this kind of content is.
Makes sense. People love sharing those funny videos and pictures. And we've talked a lot about how AI drives this technology. Do the numbers reflect that?
Definitely. Around 70% of current face swap apps rely heavily on AI for accuracy. This means AI and machine learning are crucial for this field, and staying updated on those advancements is key.
All right, let's move to our Your Questions Answered segment, where we tackle some common questions our listeners might have about face swap technology. First up, what exactly is face swap technology, in a nutshell?
Simply put, it's using clever AI to swap faces between two pictures or videos, aiming to make it look super natural and convincing. If you want to learn more, search for how face swapping works online. There's tons of great info out there.
Speaking of online stuff, what about safety and privacy? Is this tech generally considered safe to use?
From what we've seen, the good face swap apps and websites take privacy seriously. They have measures to protect your images and personal info. But like with anything online, it's always a good idea to be careful and check their privacy policies.
Can you use it on both photos and videos?
Yep, it works on both. Static images, moving videos, it's pretty versatile. Lots of creative possibilities, depending on what you need.
So what are some of the most popular ways people are using face swap tech right now?
Oh, tons of ways. People use it for creating visual effects in videos, for fun content on social media to make their ads stand out, even for personalized video messages. If you need some inspiration, look up AI social media and you'll find some really creative stuff.
How good is the face alignment these days? Do the swapped faces look natural?
Modern face swap tech uses super advanced AI to get the alignment right. This helps keep expressions and lighting consistent so the swapped face actually looks like it belongs on the new person.
Do you need to be a tech whiz with fancy gadgets to get started?
Nope. That's the great thing about it. It's accessible. Lots of tools are available online or as apps, so all you need is a phone or computer with internet.
Can businesses use this in their marketing?
Absolutely. Businesses are using it to create eye-catching ads, unique promotional content, even to make their marketing messages feel more personal.
Are there certain types of images or videos that work better than others?
For the best results, use high-quality images and videos where the faces are clearly visible, well-lit, and not blocked by anything. If you're interested in using it for videos, search for Face Swap for videos online to find tips on how to optimize your source material.
Awesome. We've covered so much ground today on face swap technology. What are the key takeaways?
Well, face swap technology is a powerful tool that's changing the creative landscape. It lets us realistically swap faces in images and videos, and it's all driven by incredible AI like neural networks. We're seeing massive growth in this area, and it's being used for everything from entertainment to marketing and beyond.
And as this tech keeps getting better, it makes you wonder what the future holds. What new ways will we be able to express ourselves or communicate as face swapping becomes even more advanced and integrated into our lives?
Definitely a lot to think about.
For sure. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, please like this deep dive, subscribe for more, share with anyone you think would find it interesting, and leave a comment with any questions or topics you'd like us to explore in the future.